A half-assed, phony equilibrium. So we buy a couple pockets of old-growth big tree forest, turn them into monuments. We'll clean up one or two token rivers, plant a few fish, and take many pictures. We can do a couple of clean coal projects and print a hopeful planet pamphlet on recycled papers. Maybe we could subsidize a model green suburb with garages back behind in the alleys. A proof of concept community school or two should keep their expectations in check. We can publish voluntary standards on protecting croplands and leave agribusiness to self-regulation. We'll study the decline and mutation of the frogs and make toothless scientific recommendations. Maybe publicize power plant mercury emissions so that industry voices a cleanup commitment. We'll force cars to be 90% more clean and efficient, and then put twice as many of them on the road. We'll save threatened wonders by opening them to the miracle of corporate tourism. We'll make cleaner snow machines and ATVs and ask them nicely to please stay on the trails. We'll strive to recycle more paper to China to make our import packaging even cheaper. Some stamps with pictures of endangered songbirds will demonstrate our great concern. It'll be far cheaper to say we are raising people's awareness rather than taking any real action. We can pass more landmark legislation and then quietly fail once again to deliver on the funding. We'll slowly adapt our children to dirty water, foul air, and a squalid, littered overpopulation. We'll call for comprehensive reform to be created by lobbyists and then stuff it with unrelated pork. We'll unmuzzle our scientists, but let our corporal media out them as wackos with clever sound bites. We can shout above the noise pollution that this is not an issue even worthy of any discussion. A greenish packaging change and an all-natural slogan ought to keep our numbers up this quarter. Concoct phony market-based solutions to problems no free economy was ever meant to solve. Label it expensive and intrusive government regulation and play it off against families, jobs, and money. Showcase opportunities for a few starving children, but don't ever even mention slashing population. Talk of reducing emissions to 1990s level, like that would restore some kind of a half-assed equilibrium. Promote a couple show species to star status, even as our global mass extinction gathers speed. Deliver a bulky, readily subverted cap-and-trade scam instead of a simple carbon tax. Institutionalize calls for further study as a means for simply continuing our business as usual. Contract out predetermined research results and trumpet them loudly towards our own sales goals. Advertising our warm commitment to future family environment should gin up a lot of goodwill. We'll trumpet a little renewable energy research while permitting new coal-fired plants. We'll say we're good stewards but depend on higher property and sales taxes for our own existence. Just ignore military recommendations and keep the bloated cash cow bases in our own states open. We'll pay off libertarian ranchers if a wolf takes a cow, grazing for next to nothing on our federal lands. Sportsmen will easily adapt to expensive trucked-in hatchery trout taken from dirty, drying reservoirs. We might restructure capitalism to factor in phony environmental costs just to avoid socialist regulations. The multinats will cure societal inequity by simply reducing all workers to a bare subsistence level.